Most people aren't actually living as their true self. They're living through automatic subconscious programming that was created years ago to protect them. Drinking alcohol, emotionally eating, anxiety, people pleasing, overthinking, self-sabotage, jealousy, fear, sadness, exhaustion. It becomes an identity. And after a while, we stop questioning it and we just say, this is who I am. But what if it isn't? What if it's simply conditioning? Protective patterns that your nervous system created to survive. Because here's the truth, your brain will always pull you back to what is familiar, even when what feels familiar is hurting you. And I know this because during COVID, I was diagnosed with 2 different types of cancer and severe heart failure. And in one moment, I realized something that changed my life forever. I could not heal while staying the same person emotionally, mentally, physically, and energetically. I had to become someone new. So I tried stopping drinking. I changed my diet. I exercised. I tried to think differently. I tried to become healthier. And for a few days, I did really well. But then the cravings came back. The old thoughts came back. The resistance, it all came back. And it felt like my brain was fighting me every step of the way, because my subconscious mind wanted familiarity rather than freedom. And that's when I realized healing isn't just about changing behaviors, it's about changing your identity. As a therapist, I understood how powerful the subconscious mind and nervous system really are. So I started creating audios for myself. I used clinical hypnotherapy, BWRT, MAP, visualization, somatic work, binaural beats, manifestation work, not to fix myself, but to slowly reprogram the patterns running underneath my life. And what I discovered changed everything. Real transformation happens in phases. I call it the life reset cycle. Phase 1, to regulate. Before you can change your identity, your nervous system has to feel safe. You cannot heal, grow, or rewire while your body believes it's under threat. So first we regulate the system. We calm survival mode. We activate the parasympathetic nervous system, because when the body finally feels safe, the mind will open. And then phase 2, release. Once the system is calm, old trauma and emotional reprogramming begin surfacing naturally. And this is where people start releasing years of stored emotions, fear, grief, shame, stress, all those traumas, and all that subconscious conditioning. And people will often say to me, I've been in therapy for years and nothing has ever shifted that. Why? Because the nervous system finally felt safe enough to let go. Phase 3, rewire. Now we stop focusing on who we don't want to be and we start practicing who we want to become. And this is where we build new neural pathways. We visualize, we reinforce, we realign, we rehearse the future self, because the brain is neuroplastic and it can change. And eventually you begin getting glimpses of freedom, moments of peace, moments of spaciousness, moments where you feel connected to yourself again. And at first, they only last minutes, little glimpses, then hours, then days, and slowly it becomes your new identity. And then phase 4, reinforce. And this is where transformation becomes embodiment. You stop trying to become the new version of yourself because you are them. You think differently, you feel differently, you respond differently. You no longer react from old surviving programming. You begin living from alignment instead of fear. And yes, life will still trigger things sometimes, but now you know how to process it instead of becoming trapped inside of it. And this changed my life. My cardiac professor told me, I don't know what you've been doing, but you've reversed your heart failure. My heart failure reversed. My cancer stabilized. My nervous system calmed. My entire life changed. And I truly believe that learning to how to regulate my system, reduce my stress, release my trauma, and change my identity played a huge role in that healing journey. And that's why I created the Transformation Hub. Because when I was chronically ill, frightened, overwhelmed, emotionally exhausted, and trying to hold everything together, Nothing like this existed. So I created the thing that I'd wished I'd had. Inside the hub, I guide people through the life reset cycling using clinical hypnotherapy, BWRT, MAP, somatics, visualization, binaural beats, manifestation, identity work, nervous system regulation methods. There are over 450 audios and videos, live Monday rewires, a WhatsApp support community, and an ongoing guidance to help people stop surviving and finally start becoming who they truly are. And I keep it affordable because healing support should be accessible. It's £29 a month, cancel anytime. But more than anything, this work is about freedom. Freedom from the old identity, freedom from survival mode, freedom from the patterns that no longer serve you. Because the real you was never broken. It was simply buried underneath of years of conditioning. And healing, that's the journey back to yourself. If this is something that you're interested in, you want to find out more, then visit my website, www.suzannebond.co.uk. Thank you.